Yesterday was comic book day, and I love comic book day because I get to go to a shop, I get to see all my friends. I'm talking about my comic books, not actual people. And I get to see which new comic books came out, and which ones I want to buy, which ones I know are going to come out, and then there's some that I forget about that are going to come out, and then I get there, and I look up on the shelf, I'm like, oh, you are a thing I'm going to buy and read. And yesterday, guys, in case you haven't noticed by the poster over there, or the t-shirt on my chest, or the comic book I just squealed about, or the other conversations that I've had with you in person, I love Firefly. Firefly for me is the greatest show that was ever made. There are only 14 episodes and a movie and some comic books, and I'm so excited there was a new comic book. I read it immediately when I got home. It is fantastic. Everyone should go out and buy it. So good! Take Star Wars and then remove all the hokey, whiny crap with the Skywalker family, and just hang out with Han Solo and Chewbacca while they do smuggling missions. That's Firefly. Except there's no Chewbacca. Sorry, Chewbacca. You're replaced with Jane Cobb, though, who says things like, that's why I don't kiss him on the mouth. If anything happened in my life, I would eventually just watch Firefly. Did you just get in a relationship? Firefly. Did you just go through a terrible breakup? Firefly. And then sometimes the movie Serenity. I mean, a lot of it is spending time with fictional characters, but they live in a spaceship, dear. That's awesome. Firefly became such a big thing in my life. It included so many adventures and so many stories for me to follow and quotes to say all the time with my friends. It took over. And I think that's why I inevitably created the Firefly Test. So everyone knows the best part about starting a relationship is being able to watch things that you love with them. But what? It's sex and kissing? No, it's totally just watching science fiction. And there's always that weird feeling in your stomach as soon as you put on the episode of like, what if they don't like it? What if it's actually a terrible show? But my great thing with Firefly is I know for a fact that it is a phenomenal show. The Firefly Test is if I'm in a relationship with a person, they should watch Firefly with me. That sounds really weird and judgmental, like this person has to watch this TV show with me or else it's over. But it's kind of accurate. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you're going to be sharing with them like your deepest, darkest fears, and you're going to be talking to them on a much more intimate level than any other person who you talk to, maybe outside of your therapist. So for me, whenever I start a new relationship, I tentatively, very tentatively, begin with the query of, you ever seen the greatest science fiction show of all time? My first ever relationship I had was phenomenal in all regards. We clicked in a lot of areas, but we didn't click in some of the ones like that. I remember we watched Serenity and she just kind of laughed through most of it. Not at the jokes, but just at everything of it. And so I didn't really feel comfortable sharing Firefly with her. And then my next relationship, I constantly was like, we should watch Firefly together. We should watch Firefly together. We should watch Firefly together. We went out for like a year on and off, and she never watched Firefly. And the whole time it kept bothering me. Like, why can't you just watch Firefly with me? And you come to them with your shiny shirts, and you're just like, how does it sit? Pretty cunning, I think. And they're just like, I don't know why the hell you're talking that way. It gets you so riled up, you want to shoot them, but politely. And then one time I met a girl, and the first time we started walking and talking over milkshakes and talking over parks and talking everywhere, I just mentioned to her, Firefly is the greatest show ever. If you haven't seen it yet, you should totally watch it. 2 weeks later, she had watched the whole thing. She had watched the movie, she had watched the TV show, she had cried, she had laughed, she had done the whole thing. She could quote back to me the blooper reel. And I felt more solid with her than with anybody else. And it wasn't just because, oh, you like the geek thing that I like, because that's superficial and that's not going to get you very far. Firefly was a huge part of who I am. And this person wanted to find that out, and liked it, and stuck around. Love keeps you in the air when you ought to fall down. Tells you how she's hurting before she keens. Makes her home. That's the ending of Serenity. Those words mean a lot to me, so I figured I've been quoting Serenity a lot in this vlog. So thanks for watching, guys. If you may recall, I have a punishment video due at the end of the month, which means our very special video of the month project is going to be the punishment video. It's going to come out tomorrow. I hope you like it. And if you don't, then I understand, because I do not have a great singing voice.